Okay. So this is a treasure. They would need another on the stack. Nope, we do get hexproof, it looks like. Potentially, yep. Cool. Hello, good game. Welcome back. Today we'll be playing Temur Midrange Triple Dragon version 2. Make sure to like the video to help support. Let's get into it. Alrighty, if you're looking for any additional information within today's video, check out the Linktree link in the description below or just give it a Google. Today, Triple Dragon version 2 standard best of 1, 60 cards, 3.4 average mana value with 17 non-creatures and 19 creatures within the Temur pool of cards, blue, red, and green, 24 land, so it should be very consistent ramp up to 5 mana, which is kind of what we top out at. Utilizing the dragons, Goldspan Dragon in the house, 4/4 flying haste whenever it attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure, which is really cool. And of course, our treasures will act now as a double mana stone when they're sacrificed. Galazeth Prismari, 3/4 for 4 mana with flying. When it enters play, create a treasure. We can tap treasures now to spend mana of any color on an instant or sorcery, which is really cool. And then our final dragon, the Sprite Dragon for 2 mana, 1/1 with flying and haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on the Sprite Dragon. This is really nice. Now, where the deck has changed, we are dropping Draconic Intervention, seeing if we can still manage without it, and then incorporating more low end, right? We do have 3 copies of Quandrix Command, 3 copies of Prismari Command now, which is great. You know, utilizing also the Brazen Borrower and Bonecrusher Giant now to help us with the creature base. In the last deck, I felt that there wasn't always enough creatures, and if you didn't pull your dragons, you were just left high and dry. This will allow us to still continue focusing on the spells, but now we've got the backup creatures at least until Eldraine rotates in September. Of course, Petty Theft, return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner hand. Stomp, damage can't be prevented this turn, deal 2 damage to any target. The 4/3, when it becomes a target of a spell, Bonecrusher Giant will deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. The Borrower is a flying with flash 3/1, can only block other flyers, right? So this is really good. We're comboing, the perfect pet, the Brazen Borrower, the other dragons with Quandrix Command. Returning our opponent's creatures and planeswalkers to their hand, very nice tempo play. Plus putting the +1/+1 counters on our own creatures, increasing our damage output, which is really nice. Of course, we can counter things if we need, much like we can with Decisive Denial, or using it as a fight effect for 2 mana at instant speed. Protection through Snakeskin Veil, plus the +1/+1 counter, which is pretty cool, and that works absolutely amazing with the Sprite Dragon because it's so cheap. It's also great with the Goldspan because you're targeting it, and gives Galazeth because it creates the treasure when it enters play for you to immediately use to protect it, which is really nice. Command, it can make more artifact treasures for us so we can ramp into our Goldspan Dragon even earlier. It can deal damage, we can draw cards, discard cards, which is really nice, and even destroy other artifacts. Wiping the field with Intervention while we discard the Opus to create a treasure for 2 mana. We can also hardcast it for 8 at instant speed, dealing 4 damage divided as we choose. Tapping 2 permanents, creating a 4/4 and drawing 2 cards, which is a lot of damage. The Triome in here for consistency alongside the pathways and a few basic lands to help us get the job done. Again, the changes in version 2 from version 1 were the addition of the adventure cards, right? We're also increasing the commands while decreasing 1 opus, 2 interventions. I believe we dropped some negates as well. Utilizing the Denial as our only counter, trying to avoid the ultimatums and just out-tempo them in general. So that's the deck list. Those are the strategies and synergies you need to be aware of to pilot it effectively and efficiently. We're going to break down the gameplay footage now. We go 3 wins, 3 losses in the top 1000 Mythic, which is a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to watch to the end for our final thoughts and deck review. Let's get into it. All right, our opponent plays first. We have our Sprite Dragon and we have Opus along with 2 Stomps. It's not bad. Island in play, then Lava Glide as the red source. Let's pass. I don't want to just throw the perfect pet into darkness. Into the pit of the abyss. Alright, so let's toss the Opus over. Because if they put it in exile, then we are unable to do that. I assume they take a stomp. I mean, it's all very irrelevant. I mean, maybe the perfect pet's a good idea as well. That way we can't, yeah, that way we can't play it and stomp. I guess we can pass our turn and just stomp this. We could have done it earlier to protect from something, but I kind of want to see what they have. They have 3 unknown cards in hand. Hopefully there's not protection here. We lose our giant. No, we just get it. Oh. Hey, cutie pie. I mean, we really should have the dragon out for all of this, but... Get out of here, Winoti Boo. I guess I tapped my lance automatically in the wrong way. Frickin' Arena! We should not have had to sacrifice a treasure there. That's Arena's fault. I'm gonna freak out, bro. Oh my god! Our opponent's gonna freak out. That's 4 stomps. I'm sorry, Jake. Bro, like, I've had this theory for such a long time that actually the Bonecrusher Giants have an atomic weight that's lighter than, which is pretty crazy. So I don't really want them to draw, but I also don't really want to bounce any of those things. So I guess we just take it. It's like, whatever. Oh, they got a Goldspan? No friggin' way. I wish we could play the pet. It's just too expensive still. That was a very good snag by the Spellbinder. Well, why don't we just do this then? Take the 2 damage, kill the robber. They don't get access to it. Was that the right play? I think so. Oh, you're taking my giant! You're taking my giant! Okay, they're out of cards. We do have to wait for Winota, though. Really save this borrower in case they do get it. Okay, pet in play. A little late, I know, but whatever. Pass our turn. Land is great. They can't attack. Really? So maybe let's just go for it. They can retake it, but it's just a losing game for them. Right? They lose their dog here. They don't. They just lose their apparition. Keeping the dog. Not a bad play. It's a really valuable creature. And then they take the perfect pet. Let's just spam to the field and we attack for 3. They're relying on a Winota top deck. We need an answer for that. Okay, they get access to our snakeskin. Let's go all in. Just push in the damage. Wow. It's like, what, 11 damage? Another giant in play. We can flash in the borrower. Just a land. I think we've got it. Good game. No one notice here. Nice little jump there. 843. Going first. Insert name. I like that. I think this is good, right? I hope that they're playing a creature-based deck. This is a red source. This is a green source. Doesn't matter now. Probably not. It's probably a control deck. Really? Is this a free-to-play champion? Mythic King Among Men? It's an enchantment too, eh? Triome in play. You know, worst case, we have to sack the treasure. I don't think we will, and that way the tap land's out of rotation. We just need to bounce that before it gets to 8 counters. Oxydew. Interesting. And it goes to a 2/2. We can fry it with command. Two damage. Create a treasure. 2 damage. Create a treasure. I almost shocked myself there. It's the click didn't go through, right? And now we can pass. This thing could be annoying, but at the end of the day, we have an Opus in grave and intervention in hand, so we can just fry it. I'll allow it. Maybe that's our downfall, but I think we're going to be okay. Just looking for a creature. A really nice hand otherwise. I don't want the field to fill up, really. They're bricking on lands with the cycling deck, which hurts. Could have countered that with this as well, but I really like to keep the Quandrix Command to push up the attackers that we get. That's our turn. We just need something of value, please. Goldspan, where are you? Krakens don't have Hexproof for anything, so yeah, it's not a problem. I guess we'll need counter magic for the flare. Okay. Almost ready for a Kraken. Let's take our turn. Ah! Ah! Cycle that away. That's our turn. It's no problem. The one's ready to pop off. No. I doubt they've got protection for it. So let's just let them do their thing. This is good. Return and counter. Return, counter. Very nice 2-for-1 here. I mean, we're still in a really terrible spot without any creatures. Like, we've had bad draw. The third seas. It's pretty good. We do have a creature at least. We should have kept it though, because we're gonna have to fry this frickin' thing here in a second. Yeah, we should have kept it as a creature. A little misplay here. We need a flyer. We need some dragons here. Okay. Okay. Much better. Get the Kraken out. Again, should have kept that giant in hand. It only has to be for 4. We don't have anything, so it still has to be the Opus. End our turn. Can we get another Goldspan off the top? Right, another Opus and another Draconic Intervention. Petty thefts. Like, we need something. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't like that. Okay. This is just a silly matchup. All 4 Brazen Borrowers still in deck. They have 2 cycling for once in hand. Let's just do what we can. Open up our attack lane. Hopefully they don't have 2 cycles for 1 in hand. Looks like we're good. Down to 10. We hit for 7, but they've got the, you know, the fairy in the way. Yikes. We do definitely need a petty theft, I think. There's so much mana here, it's ridiculous. They already are declaring blockers, so this other one is just gonna get tapped out. Oh, nice. Do they have another flyer? Alright, that's gonna be the question, I guess. We do have a blocker for the potential 8/8. Got that 1/1/2 there, 16. That flare gaining them 9 life is probably the nail in our coffin, right? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. No blocks. Maybe they just flare us to death here. Flare would be our death anyways, if they had it. Oh, the pyro. And then they cycle for 1 damage. Oh, and they flare. Dang. Oh my gosh. That was painful. That physically hurt my being. Our opponent goes first. I love the dragons, but without any red land. It's not happening. Throw the veil. It looks like it could be a good get. Red source, blue source, green source. Second red source. And then we need second blue source. Playing against Yorion. Ooh. Ultimatum. Looking for Decisive Denial. This might be a hard win. Wolf Willow, yeah, you would. Of course you would. We're tossing the Opus, which means we're playing the Dragon on 4. They cultivate? No, they Yorion. Opus over. For the treasure. Galazeth out. Auto pay. It replaces the treasure. Alright, so that's really cool. Turn 3, Galazeth is like allowable. You know what I mean? I'm sure they have removal though. It could take away from them ramping this turn. 5 available mana if they play a land. Binding. Great. And then next turn they Yorion their binding. Great. Just great. That's so friggin' stupid, Randy. There's no way out of this. Not with this hand. We have 6 damage in hand. Have them down to 10. They're gonna play Yorion. Bounce the binding on the dragon. Went with the dragon early, so it got the 4 damage in, because I don't know that they're going to hit with the Yorion ever. Like, we certainly wouldn't be getting the damage this turn because of Summoning Sickness. I guess. This feels pretty bad. I don't think there is a way to win this match. I'm going to be honest. It's a BM of a deck. It is so good. Especially if they just pop off their Emergent Ultimatum on us, right? They're going for it, so they must have removal. Good game. There's nothing we're doing against that. That hurt. Dumb deck. Our opponent plays first. I like the hand. We've been getting beat up a little bit here. I have a theory as to why. I'll share within the deck review. And we're going to try to remedy it in the future. It's definitely not something that we're fond of. Ooh. Uh-oh, this could be a quick one. I guess we just need to get Denial in the grave next turn. And that opens up the intervention for 2, which takes care of, you know, their things unless they have the Magecraft, right? It could get weird. Basically need them tapped out like they are here. End our turn. Maybe we can counter and we don't have to fight, and then we're still wiping it anyways. Because they want to activate that Magecraft, right? But it's probably cheap. It has to cost 2 or more. Can't counter the strike. Oh, and of course it copies it. Nice. We should have countered the strike, I guess. So that's really good. That's a really, really big hit. Whoa. Down to 11. Now, hopefully, they don't have anything. Don't think they do. Nice. Oh, he got a counter. What was I thinking? Oh, man. That's my bad. I was thinking the Sedgemoor Witch had only 2 toughness. Shit. Maybe we should have left that go through. I think they would have had lethal, though. Would have been very close. Okay, that saves us. Kind of. Pass our turn. If we bounce it, we have to pay 3 life. Would be a 4/4. But it's still inconceivable. Like, we have to bounce this. Block the Guide Mother, go down to 1. We only have 6 mana, that's super shy. They could have a Defiant Strike here for lethal. Good game. Oh man, we're getting beat up today. I don't appreciate this. 3 losses in a row. That super stings. Okay, we need to break the negative streak. Freaking shrines. Oh my god. It's gonna be brutal. Absolutely brutal. We need a blue source. Pass our turn. I guess we can counter an enchantment. Really? Galazeth in play. Make the treasure. I think they have wipes. Yeah. Perfect pet out. We still hold up the commands to counter the shrines. So this is nice. Counters plus counter. Counter, counters. Snakeskin Veil. Awesome. Yeah, let's play it safe. Just hit for 4. I want to hold up the command. Just in case, you know, another friggin' shrine. Ouch. So Hexproof doesn't protect. Good game. They're just not into it. I'll take it after today's matches. All right. Last match, even though a win, not satisfying because an early concede. So let's try to get after it here. Uh-oh, Gruul. Gruul Adventure as well. Oh no. Oh no. Let's just try to draw the Stomp. And that way, it's not a turn 3 Lovestruck Beast. And if it's not the Stomp, we know we're safe. Oh, it's Temur. There's blue. So it definitely is a Stomp then. It's a Stomp. Fire Prophecy. Okay, a little different. Discard the land for the draw. Hit for 1. Land is trash. Let's pass our turn. Deep breath. Stomp this silly thing. Not that it matters. They need a 1/1 to enable the Lovestruck Beast to attack. As long as we don't see a Great Henge. They've got a fight effect, a Decisive Denial. Okay. They take the 2 damage. They exile it. No attack. So this is where I like to say, yeehaw. Giddy up, everybody. Goldspan's in town. They could have a counterspell. It lands. Great news. They borrow it back to our hand. Decent play. Their turn, 3 cards in hand. I'm not feeling hopeless about this. I think maybe we can get this. I mean, we need an instant or sorcery in our graveyard for intervention. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. Play the dragon. attack, make the treasure. Two damage, draw 2, discard 2. I mean, it sucks because that's our destroy artifact. Let's just toss land, intervention. We hit for 4, down to 13. We have Snakeskin, which is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's going to lead us to victory here. Help us reclaim some of the rank we lost with that terrible, terrible streak. Okay, so this is a treasure. They would need another on the stack. No, we do get hexproof, it looks like. Potentially, yep. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, it looks like that's our turn. Hit for 5. Make a treasure. Hit for 2. Play the giant. Pass our turn. Now watch it all get ripped away from us. Interesting. I'll allow it. Good game. 50%. You know, that's better than not, and it's still top 1,000. Nice. That's a good jump. I like that. Wolf. A couple wins there at the end is nice, and I was getting a little worried. We got some tough matches today. A little bit of issue executing with speed, and I actually tried to make the deck faster, which is awkward. Now, here's the big question. Is Draconic Intervention worth it when we're running the Borrower, when we're running the Giant, right? I do like the added creatures that it provides, but I think we need to pick one or the other, and that's where we're going to go in version 3, is I'm going to drop the Intervention. I might even drop the Opus and just focus on the Denial, right? On the commands with the dragons and adventure creatures, because, you know, it's a good deck. I just think that it needs to potentially be one way or the other. And when we get trapped in the middle here, it's not a bad deck, but it does somehow make it more difficult to pilot. I don't want to say that it counters itself, because you can easily work around it. Obviously, don't cast Draconic Intervention with the Borrower and Giant in play. It's as easy as that. But, you know, it's something that does need to be thought of. I do think the positives outweigh the net loss. But now I'm concerned if 2 interventions is worthwhile at all, if we should just, you know, take that extra command, right? Take the extra denials, and then just bully our opponent out the old-fashioned way with a little bit more of a reduced curve. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching the channel, helping support me along this journey, smashing that like button every day, and of course subscribing if you haven't already done so you don't miss out on our contest giveaways. 500,000 gems, a rare D&D playset when it's dropping here soon at 35,000 subs, so definitely get in on that. Check out the Discord link and our Spotify playlist for summer cat jams in the description below, or easily give it a Google. Have a magical day, check out some more videos, and we'll see you soon in the next.